name is Jonathan Ganderden. Students here in the broadcast class here at Gonzales High have been working hard to create a news program worthy of our community. What you'll see here is our very first episode, a news program with a student perspective. Throughout the year, we hope to provide viewers with our very best. We will continue to improve and build upon this new legacy. Welcome to the Phalanx.
As everyone knows, Donald Trump has started building the wall in San Diego. The Trump administration has asked Congress for $1.6 million, but it is not yet to be approved. A lot of the old material of the wall is Vietnam era. Concrete, steel, and metal is what the new wall will be made out of. Although people don't know how the wall will look like, the proposed wall will be 40 feet high. According to CBS News, 6 companies from 5 states have been selected by bidders to make designs, but the Border Patrol dismissed the company's proposals because of incomplete paperwork. It has been said that the process in building the wall will start in late November.
On Sunday, November 5th, the bodies of 26 teenage girls were found in the Mediterranean Sea. The ages of the girls are said to be between 14 and 18 and are migrants from Niger and Nigeria. The girls were said to be on their way to Europe from Libya. Autopsies are being carried out to examine whether the girls have been tortured or sexually abused. There were about 90 women and 53 minors rescued from the wreck. Since the beginning of the year, 2,839 migrants from the Mediterranean have died on their journey to Europe searching for better economic opportunities.
Saudi Arabia's women now have a small victory to celebrate. As of 2018, entire families will now be allowed into 3 stadiums in the cities of Riyadh, Jeddah, and Amman. Saudi Arabian's Prince Mohammed plans to make sweeping changes with his proposed Vision 2030. Another of Prince Mohammed's plans is to make it legal for women to drive in the country. The prince hopes that these efforts will modernize the country through a return to moderate Islam. On Monday, October 30th, Robert Mueller's special investigation moved to indict former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort. Manafort was indicted on 12 counts. The most interesting and revealing among them were 1 count of conspiracy against the United States, 1 count of conspiracy to launder money, and 1 count misleading FIRA statements. Rick Gates, a former business associate of Manafort, was also indicted alongside Manafort. Many believe that this is the first wave in a number of indictments that may ultimately lead to charges being pressed on President Donald Trump himself. Even if President Trump is not indicted, he can still be named an indicted conspirator. The president responded by calling the indictments irrelevant, bringing attention to Hillary Clinton's past dealings with Russia. Some feel that the president is beginning to feel cornered, and reports have surfaced that 48 states are ready to protest if he fires Robert Mueller and end his special investigation.
Veteran political journalist Mark Halperin concluded his contract with NBC News after numerous sexual assault and harassment allegations against him. On Monday morning, a spokesman from MSNBC told HuffPost that Halperin's contract has been terminated. For over 20 years, Halperin worked at ABC News, where he is accused of committing sexual harassment, which is based on a report that was given to CNN. Halperin posted on Twitter apologizing for the pain and anguish his actions caused.
On the 29th day of October 2017, 22-year-old Marissa Harris was killed in the tragic accident when a young 12-year-old boy attempted to commit suicide by jumping off a bridge in Virginia. The boy landed on Harris' car, killing her. The boy was hospitalized and is in critical condition. Police believe the boy attempted suicide because of depression.
On Monday morning, October 23rd, a police recruit was hit and dragged by a massive dump truck in Queens, New York. The officer was about a block away from the police station. She was using a crosswalk at an intersection when the truck struck her at 6 a.m. She was taken to the hospital where the doctors said she suffered a head injury. She remained conscious with non-life-threatening injuries and is now making a full recovery. The suspect is still at large, with the police hoping to apprehend and bring him in for questioning.
Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, responded to a criticism about Google's version of the cheeseburger emoji. Pichai tweeted that they would drop everything they're doing to address this issue as soon as possible. Thomas Bigdahl mentioned the difference in cheese placement between Google's and Apple's cheeseburger emojis. This issue came about after an online debate about where cheese should be placed inside a hamburger. Google's emoji places the cheese under the meat, while cheeseburgers in other companies, Apple app, Samsung, and Facebook have the cheese on top of the meat patty.
The Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers combined to set a new record for the most home runs ever hit in a World Series. 25 home runs were hit in total, with several players hitting 2 or more home runs. George Springer of the Houston Astros hit 5 home runs, tying the record for most home runs by a single player. The previous record was set in 2002 with 21 home runs when the Anaheim Angels played against the San Francisco Giants.
I bully people to make people feel bad.
You're whack. I have to go shopping. I haven't had time to do. I don't understand why people laugh instead of helping me.
I laugh when I see people getting bullied because I don't know what to do.
I bully others to make myself feel better.
This week we've had anti-bullying at our school because we do not support bullying. We are with those that have been bullied. This is not funny. Stop bullying.
It's been really hot lately, which makes students want a fresh classroom while learning.
But what happens when a classroom doesn't have air conditioning?
The history and science department have no air conditioning. Let's take a look at what the teachers and students have to say about this.
Are we going? Okay. I'm Mr. Buller. I teach AP Government and U.S. History at Gonzales High School. With the weather right now, it's a little uncomfortable. Obviously, like any teacher, I'd love to have air conditioning. I recognize the school's working on getting there and the district's working on getting all of us AC, but in the history wing, it is a little uncomfortable, especially in the afternoon when I have students like Miss Gabby, and we have to sit in the warm room in the afternoon. Yeah, it would be nice to have air conditioning.
Some students sometimes keep on complaining that the classroom is hot, the environment is hot, and they cannot concentrate. There are so many issues they bring to class. In a way, I expect them to be used to this harsh environment, but to my observation, that is not what is happening. They always complain about the heat in this classroom. And yeah, we understand if there's an AC, everyone will be comfortable, and possibly they'll be able to concentrate and do better in not only physics, but I believe even in other subject areas.
I don't fear that a student will faint. I mean, I would hope not. But I do recognize that it's uncomfortable for students in a class where there's 30 plus kids and myself and a TA. I do worry about people being exhausted from heat or people getting tired during class and maybe not focusing on their work because the temperature is so high. I don't actually fear for fainting if something like that was going to happen. Obviously, we'd send them to the office before we let them sit in the room. But one of the big things that our school's done is moving us into rooms with AC while they're working out the situation. So we've been able to move into rooms that have air conditioning, but it would be nice to have it in here and hopefully no students faint.
Fainting, yes, is possible because you never know how physical active these students are. So with regard to that, I think I should expect that when the heat is just too high, out of dehydration and the fact that they don't drink water, they'll definitely faint. But not so much because I believe an ambulance can always come and take care of them. Yeah.
Yes, they have affected me a lot. I don't really learn a lot when it's hot. I just get lazy, tired, my ears plug. I can hear the teacher talking. I ignore the teacher, I ignore everybody. So I think we should have AC so I could concentrate, do my work and all that.
Classrooms not having AC.
Well, I feel like if it gets really, really stuffy in certain classes, and especially because the doors are closed, and I feel like if all the students get so angry and you constantly come down to the restroom to wash your face, to get water, and that really interrupts your education, especially if the teacher's teaching.
I feel very exhausted. You know, it's pretty hot in class. Like you get very thirsty, and as you can see, I'm like sweating right now. I was just right now in class, you know. So it's pretty, like you get hot in there, you get dizzy, you just feel like fainting down. I think we need to have AC in there because, man, it's pretty hot. You just get lazy. You just want to get some hot water. Cold water.
Well, in my perspective, I get really lazy because it's so hot in there. And like there's no AC. So if I move, my body gets so hot and I don't feel like doing anything. And then I see that all the students get really mad because it's hot in there, so we need ACs ASAP.
Last week, Tree went around and asked students to answer questions under pressure.
And this is what they said.
Willing to answer some questions for us real quick? Yeah? Why not? Yes or no?
Nah, I'm right, man.
Why not, sir?
I don't know.
You're already here, might as well. Alright. Peanut butter jelly.
I guess it's good.
Why not, sir?
My lawyer doesn't let me talk.
Come on, just 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds.
What color do foxes make?
Yeah. What was your name?
Sean.
What's that spelled backwards?
N-E-A-N.
Wait, what? Peanut butter jelly.
Jelly.
Why? Why are strawberries yellow?
What?
Why are strawberries yellow?
Because it has the little, I don't know.
Get away from me.
What's the capital of Rhode Island? Why did you choose green and red for your braces?
It's not green. It's teal.
Why are strawberries yellow?
Why are what?
What's your last name?
Flores.
What does that mean in English?
Flowers.
Are you gonna be a flower boy at my wedding? How come?
It's garbage. You guys are not supposed to record me because I'm gonna get caught.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
Shh, blur that out. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Blur my... Where do you go to school at? You know what that is?
Spartans celebrated Halloween during lunch with a costume contest. Judges chose the top 3 best looking costumes and the winners won gift cards. First place was given to Two-Face Angel Bautista. Second place to Nightmare Walker, Mr. C. Third place was to Cat in the Hat, Vidal Franco.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. And you start to freeze, and so
Last week, I went around and asked students to answer a question under pressure. This is what they said.
You have 7 seconds to name 10 rap artists. Ready, set, go.
Cuervo, Takeoff, Offset, Lil Yachty, Lil Pump, Lil Uzi Vert, 21 Savage, Existential, Esquimas de Silva.
Juan.
Raymond. Jose. Jorge. Jesus. That's 7, right?
You have 7 seconds to tell me a sentence that starts with the letter D.
Don't do drugs, dog.
You have 7 seconds to tell me 10 cities in California.
Salinas, Soledad, Chular, King City, Greenfield, San Diego, Monterey, Carmel, Seaside, San Francisco, Las Vegas.
You have 7 seconds to tell me 1 to 10 in another language.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You have 7 seconds to name 5 Marvel movies.
Iron Man, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Venom, Iron Man 2.
You have 7 seconds to name 5 brands. Go.
Nike, Adidas, Jordans, Converse, and
Ape. You have 7 seconds to name 5 brands.
Nike, Adidas, Mac.
7 seconds to name 5 brands.
Nike, Jordan, Supers, Converse, Adidas.
You have 7 seconds to name 5 NFL teams.
Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Ravens, Colts.
Seconds to name 5 NFL teams.
All right. Niners, Raiders, Buccaneers, Giants, Patriots, Cowboys, Texans, Cardinals, Seahawks.
5 states in the U.S. You have 7 seconds. Ready, set, go.
California, Washington, Ohio, Arizona, New York, Alabama.
7 seconds to name 5 Steelers players. Ready, set, go.
Okay, Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Martavius Bryant, James Conner, Juju Smith, Le'Veon Bell.
All right. Name 5 states in the U.S.
5
Ready, ready, set, go.
California, Arizona, Washington, Oregon, and
Sorry. Name 10 cities in California. Ready, set, go.
Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Maria, San Diego.
Time's up. You have 7 seconds, right? Name 5 cities outside the continent.
I don't know. I lost already.
Wait, outside the continent, what's that?
5 seconds to do 4 accents. Ready, set, go.
I'm not quite sure.
1.
Hola.
Alright, that's 2. Thank you for trying. 7 seconds. Name 10 rap artists. Ready, set, go.
Jeezy, Logic, Drake, J. Cole, Young Migs, and
time's over.
The seniors created a documentary on the work they did on the float. Following the Tim Burton theme for this year's homecoming, the seniors worked on an Alice in Wonderland float.
It's gonna come out good. We're gonna look bomb.
That's a vibe. On a vibe. That's a vibe.
How do you guys think the flow's gonna come out?
I think it's gonna
the float
be
is
great.
gonna come out very awesome. Stay tuned.
I'm in back.
Tonight we're reporting from GNN. We have a question for Jasmine Medina.
Hello.
How do you think this year's flow is going to come out compared to last year's? project?
Well, I have really high hopes for this float this year because there's a lot of people helping us cooperate. And
Can we take a look at the people?
Homecoming week has passed. The theme for this year was Tim Burton. Here's the footage of the parade.